Same here. Hey, Damon, dude, how are you, man? What's
I'm
going
doing
on?
great, Kurt. We are ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to go. There we go. Got
Let's,
everything rolling now.
let's do it. Okay. Hey, happy Wednesday to you, my friend. Hey, anything exciting going on today?
I've got some people coming into town.
Nice. Who, anybody special? Anybody in particular?
Yeah, pretty special. My mom's coming to town.
Your mom is coming to town. How awesome, man.
Yeah. Gotta like
Mom,
that.
Mom Pastulco is coming. Dr. Mom is coming to town,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I'm a famous underachiever in my family.
Well, I think you're doing pretty good. So, hey, big shout out to
Have
Mom.
fun.
Give her a big hug from me. And so, just super excited. Get to spend some quality time with your mom flying in. For
Yeah,
the
we
week.
do.
So,
Yeah, we do. It's gonna be
well,
great.
congratulations. So, all right, let's dive in. I know we've got a hot topic here. So, we love this little phrase, this tagline. It goes as, how do you out teach the competition? How to out teach the competition.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, what a great way to out teach the competition is right here on LinkedIn Live, right? LinkedIn
Yes.
Live is a great, incredible, powerful tool. And Damon, what does it cost to be on LinkedIn Live?
It costs you about $0.
Gosh, zero. So, I mean, like you literally could do it at no cost, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
you can, if you got a phone, you can do it on your phone. Just go live anytime. It's kind of like Facebook, you can do a Facebook Live the same way. You just pick it up, start going. We add a little bit of equipment around it when we do it, but other than that, it is very inexpensive and easy to do.
Right. Great way to stop being the best kept secret. And so a lot of folks are like, man, how can I connect my customers? And are they on LinkedIn? Maybe they're on a different social media platform. But the important thing is, how do you get that message out there? Right.
Yes.
So share some tips, some ideas, some strategies as far as, putting that out there, getting that information, be those educators.
Well, educating your customers can take a lot of forms, right? It can be, you can have stories of how you've worked with people and the results they've had. You can have industry experts come on that are outside your company talking about new developments in your industry. That's a great way to help educate your customers. Or you can have internal experts that are talking about, specifics around your product to help people select the right product that they need or answer questions around it. And then I think the age-old one that we see a lot is people have FAQ pages. Why don't you go on LinkedIn Live and talk about those questions, answer those questions, let people ask more questions of you when you're on LinkedIn Live or these other live platforms.
Right. What a perfect way to build trust with somebody is to just be that fierce, unapologetic educator and just giving information on, because it's, what we take for granted is, and unfortunately I do this all the time. You're like, like SEO, hey, let's use Google Keyword Planner. And, we're 5 steps deep and, the client's like, dude, wait a minute. This is my first rodeo. I don't know what you're talking about. So if you just slow, we take things for granted. It's like commuting, right? How many times did you commute and you're like, how did I don't even remember, you just do it automatically. Like we do things automatically. Yeah. But if you would stop and just all right, step 1, step 2, step 3, and you can communicate that right here on LinkedIn Live. Now, let's dive into the amount of content that you can create with these education pieces. What do you got there?
Well, the content you can create is enormous. I mean, first of all, you can use the videos. The videos go on LinkedIn Live, but like now today, we're streaming to YouTube as well. You can stream to X, you can stream to a lot of other platforms, Facebook and other platforms. So that helps you extend your reach onto other platforms. But then you can also create blog posts from this and from the transcripts, put that on there. You can edit it and make it up like you want. And it could be a technical paper of some sort. It could be the testimonial or story of how you've helped somebody, can be in a written form, or you can just put it as a mixed form that's actually got your video and your transcript on your site with links to other information. And there's so many different ways you can do. Plus, I always forget, the one that's really popular now is taking these videos and turning them into shorts that are high impact shorts.
Yeah. I couldn't love that more. So here you're going to love this. So you're hearing this for the first time. So you and we had a client come on our live show last September, And we call this collaboration partnership content. What they want to do, it's a manufacturer and they have electrical component in their product. They wanted like, hey, we want to dive into safety, but that's not really our jam. Ironically, we had a previous client that was in electrical safety. So we pulled in this person in electrical safety, and he was just thrilled, flattered, just honored. Like, man, you guys want my expertise? Of course, I'll come on and create some content with you guys. So now we brought in 2 different companies, and we're talking about safety, and then we dove in talking about the product. So this was a year ago. So now we have the video, we have the full transcription. You can create a blog, social post, Well, guess what? The client now is taking that interview from a year ago. They're using a transcription. They are creating blog posts out of that interview. So they've created 2 separate blog posts for now. Then out of those blog posts, they've created a series of social posts, LinkedIn posts that are going to tie in to the blog posts from the interview that was from a year ago.
Super cool.
Like, look at how you can stretch that out
from a year ago. It's still
from a year ago
today.
From a year ago. And the client, and so, Amy, who's wonderful on our team, is creating the content. The client didn't have to lift a finger. It was a really light lift on our end.
Yeah.
But like, she's thrilled because she's getting this fresh new content from a conversation from a year ago.
Yes. And again, going back to delivering tons of value by educating your customers with live streaming, these experts are sharing these golden nuggets and situations they've helped people in and all these things. And it can go in a plethora of directions on multiple platforms to really help you help your soulmate customers, potential customers, and the industry overall. I mean, there's just so much you can do with it.
Right. In the past 24 hours, I've had, I don't know how many, I'm losing track of how many client calls I've been on, and they're educating me on what they do. And it's just mind blowing on, I don't know. I know very little about grinding. Right. Well, now, now I could have a conversation about grinding, and like, they're educating me on how to do it. And so we're like, okay, well, we need to get this on video. We need to get this on content. We need to get a live stream show about how you guys are, and we're coming up with fun names like, grinding, grinding away, back to the grind, like stuff like that. But, for that soulmate out there, that they're explaining it to me, like, they have a piece of metal and it's flawed. There's a challenge, there's a problem, and it needs to be ground. And so they're walking me, I'm like, well, we need to get that information out. I'm talking with a woman yesterday. She's educating me on like microwave, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's just mind blowing. And again, we take for granted that people know what we know. They don't.
That is the key. That is the key. It's like telling someone to get in the car and pull it out to the end of the driveway, but they've never driven a car before. They have no idea what the key is. They have no idea what you're supposed to do when you get in the car, anything. And that's really what we have to do, is we have to, like you said before, start from step 1, but then keep educating those people and keep trying to do it in different ways.
Right.
Because the live stream method gives you video.
Right.
And I think this is real important. You get a video, because a lot of people want to go to YouTube or someplace like that, or LinkedIn, and find the video and look at it and watch it. Then you can get the audio, which can go out onto a podcast or a short version of it, put that wherever you want to, or you can read it in the blog post, and it can have diagrams and other things in the blog post that you can do that really enhances the reach of the information and gives it in the ways that more people can digest.
Absolutely. And the thing is, you recommended a phenomenal book that I'm currently reading right now, right? Let's hit that up for a minute, because this book came out, 30 years ago?
Oh, it's old, but it's just a classic. It's a classic. And a friend of mine, I shouldn't say friend of mine, an acquaintance of mine, Bob Berg, wrote this book. And I forget the co-author with him. But I was talking with Jeff West, who's written a book with Bob called, oh God, I can't remember it now. But his was another great book, and in that book he recommended Endless Referrals by Bob Berg, and I'm just like, yeah, it is a book that has so many great things in it. And who's the co-author with him on that? I forget. I'm sorry.
Let's take a look.
Yeah.
It just says, so this book is just Bob Berg. Just so you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. So it's
So-
that Endless Referrals is a great book because that just tells you about helping people, helping your community, helping and really coming out with that giving and how it comes back around in a million ways. And this is our mantra really, is to just keep helping people. And like Bob Berg, Zig Ziglar said it before, if you help enough people, you'll have everything you want.
Right.
And that's what we try to do, because I think when we look at live streaming, we look at how we want to help our customers, knowing our customers, knowing our soulmates, helping our soulmates, as you say, is the way that we can really make a difference.
Yeah. And what Bob, it's timeless practices. What
Yeah.
changes is the technology.
Yeah.
So, this book is goes back, it's like early, early internet.
Yeah.
He's even taught, there's still like fax machines, but he's talking about like, handwriting thank you cards. And, but anyway, to get back to what we're talking about here is, he uses the phrase, the go giver. And I believe he has another
Yeah.
book called The Go Giver, right? And he just talks just unapologetically, shamelessly, relentlessly, fearlessly, just be the go giver and just keep giving that information, giving that education, helping that client understand the challenge that they're going through. And so again, like, you and I dig into like keywords and stuff, right? For SEO. And so when you talk about SEO, it's, we get so caught up in our phrase or our solution.
Yes.
But the more that we could focus on that person's problem that they're facing right now. So like my grinding, the gentleman that does grinding, okay, so like they're not necessarily thinking, well, I need this ground. They're thinking, I need it flat.
Yes.
I need it smooth. I need it precise. I need it at this. So, folks listening, what I encourage you to think about is like, okay, we're always focused on our solution. I want to sell my solution. I need to sell my solution. I have bills to pay. I've got mouths to feed. I'm focused on my solution. But when we can focus on the problem,
yes.
And here with live streaming on LinkedIn Live is that you can communicate that and build. And what he talks about constantly, and I love to hear your thoughts, is that know, like, trust.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, that's what we do by helping people, is we show them that we know what we're doing, hopefully, and we show them what we do and how we do it, more about it, explaining, some of these techniques, some of these things, some of these problems we solved, and it really helps people to get to know you. And then if they go, well, that's a problem I've got that I'd like to solve, well, then they might reach out to you. If you resonate with them, they think you're the right person to help them.
Right. And so I think a big thing, I know we're going to come into time here, is we want to focus on, what's that problem that our ideal customer is facing. And, with LinkedIn Live, it's just like, I don't have time. How do you guys have time to do that? What we encourage you to think about is like, how do you have time maybe not to do it? You know what I mean? Like you have to, unless you're blessed, with tons of business, you have to do business development.
Yeah.
From a marketing standpoint, that darn content word, you have to create content.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what an efficient, effective way to do it with LinkedIn Live. And you're stretching your time in such an efficient manner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And effective, not just efficient, but effective.
Yeah, because your business development, the conversations you have, and the content you produce all work together.
That's right. So, all right, we're going to close out. Damon, you need to go pick up mom from the airport. So, Damon, let's close out. The thing is, our big takeaway today: maximize opportunities with LinkedIn Live. You can, fiercely educate your customers, create value, create trust, and create, revenue and profits. Right? That's what it's all about. So, man, reach out to Damon on LinkedIn. He would love to hear from you. My name's Kurt. I'd love to hear from you. Reach out to us, and Damon, big hello to mom.
Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day, dude. We'll see you on Friday, man. See you.